Hello, healthy besties! From the contents of your kitchen cupboards to famous delicacies from around the world, there are many foods that are delicious but potentially deadly. In today's video, we are going to go over 10 delicious but deadly foods that could kill you. Make sure to watch until the end to avoid the consequences of this deadly food. Hot dogs. Hot dogs is one of the most delicious dishes, but why is it in this list? Issues with the dubious meat content found in cut-price hot dogs aside, choking is a very real hazard when eating this American classic. Johns Hopkins University reported that hot dogs are the #1 cause of choking-related injuries in children under 3. Chew slowly and cut them into bite-sized pieces before serving. Potatoes. Are you surprised? Let's see what makes potatoes deadly. The sprouts and stems, commonly known as eyes, that grow on potatoes as they age contain glycolides that can cause cramping, diarrhea, coma, and death when consumed in large quantities. They can also be present in the flesh of potatoes, but you can guard against this by storing them properly and throwing out any that develop a greenish tinge. Green potatoes contain a toxic element known as solanine, which could lead to poisoning by affecting the nervous and digestive systems, causing headaches, fatigue, nausea, weakness, diarrhea, and vomiting. Eating lots of green potatoes will definitely make you sick. Mushrooms. Some fungi are anything but fun. With names like the Death Cap and Destroying Angel, these mushrooms aren't messing around. As a rule, if you aren't 100% sure of what you're eating, especially if you've picked something yourself, don't risk it. Deadly mushrooms often look uncannily like edible ones, and even experts can find it hard to tell the difference. One of the deadliest mushrooms in the world is called the Death Cap. There are 100 less poisonous and 12 deadly poisonous mushroom species in the world. Poisonous mushrooms commonly have properties like bright color, white grills, small size umbrella-like cap, round ball at the base level, and poisoning symptoms ranging from headaches to seizures or even death. Cashew nuts. Firstly, these are seeds, not nuts, so you've been misled all this time. Their shells are deadly and have a coating of anacardic acid, which can burn your skin if handled incorrectly, as well as give you a nastily upset stomach. Additionally, cashews must be cooked or steamed before consumption, as in their raw state they contain urush oil, a chemical which is also found in poison ivy and can be fatal if consumed in large enough amounts. If you see cashews growing in the wild on your travels, don't pick or eat them. Kidney beans. Red kidney beans are rich in protein, fiber, vitamins, and minerals, but in their raw or undercooked form, they also contain high levels of phytohemagglutinin, a toxic variety of lectin. Phytohemagglutinin can damage the gut wall and may prevent it from absorbing nutrients properly. Symptoms of poisoning may include diarrhea, abdominal pain, vomiting, and headaches. Dried red kidney beans must be prepared just right, soaking for a number of hours and boiling for at least 10 minutes in order to be safe. In fact, according to the US Food and Drug Administration, cooking dried red kidney beans for less than 10 minutes at any temperature less than boiling can actually increase the toxicity 5-fold, so beans are more toxic than if they were consumed raw. Are you enjoying the video? Make sure to support your healthy bestie by hitting that subscribe button and turning on the notification bell for daily videos. Rhubarb. Rhubarb stalks are vibrant, tart, and taste great when cooked with sugar into homemade pie or cobbler. Their leaves, however, contain high levels of oxalic acid. However, consuming small amounts in improperly prepared foods can cause a number of uncomfortable symptoms, such as a burning sensation in the mouth and throat, nausea, diarrhea, eye pain, difficulty breathing, and dark red urine. More seriously, oxalic acid can result in the development of kidney stones, which are hard deposits of minerals and acid salts that stick together in concentrated urine, causing nausea and intense pain. Nutmeg. This Christmassy spice, which adds its delicate flavor to custards, bechamel, and rice pudding, is a hallucinogenic if eaten in large enough quantities. Nutmeg may add a nice kick to eggnog or gingerbread, but ingesting just 2 or 3 teaspoons of the spice can prove fatal. Some eat or smoke large quantities of the ground seed as a cheap hallucinogen, though its effects sound decidedly unpleasant, triggering symptoms such as nausea, burning abdomen pain, and a sense of impending dread. Cassava. Did you think that cassava could be deadly? Well, let's see how. Cassava, a tropical root crop similar to taro and yam, is often used to make pudding, juice, cakes, and chips, but its leaves and roots can produce deadly cyanide. To prevent poisoning, cassava must be properly cooked before canning, eating, or serving. Cassava is classified into two main types, sweet and bitter. Sweet cassava only requires cooking to reduce the cyanide content to non-toxic levels, but bitter cassava contains more toxins and must be grated, soaked, and cooked properly prior to consumption. Only sweet cassava, which contains low levels of cytogenic glycosides, is permitted to be used for food in Australia and New Zealand. Sweet cassava must be peeled and cooked thoroughly as per the Australian Food Standards Code. Fugu. Fugu is a Japanese delicacy, but it can be truly deadly. The pufferfish is more poisonous than cyanide and can cause a fast, violent death. There is no antidote. The liver, ovaries, and skin of the fish contain the poison tetrodotoxin, which affects a human's nerve system. Chefs that work with fugu must train for at least 2 years and have a special license, but many deaths occur when amateurs try to prepare the fish for consumption themselves. Cherries. Cherries seem harmless enough, but these little guys, they're pits actually, can do a lot of damage. Aside from being nearly impossible to chew or crack with your teeth, the stones of fruits like cherries, apricots, plums, and peaches contain cyanogenic compounds that turn to cyanide when crushed. If you accidentally swallow a cherry pit, don't sweat it. They're rarely poisonous when eaten whole, according to the British Columbia Drug and Poison Information Center. Just be sure to avoid the broken pits. Just 1 or 2 of these seeds can kill you. Bonus. Almonds. There are 2 types of almonds. The first one is bitter and another one is sweet. The bitter almond is extremely poisonous when it is in raw form as it contains glycoside amygalin. It is also estimated that every single bitter almond contains 6 mg of hydrogen cyanide. 100 mg of such hydrogen cyanide has enough power to kill you. Elderberries. As a kid, everyone had a father or a Boy Scout leader who taught them the basics of wilderness survival, like how to tie a decent knot, how to tell the time using the sun, and which berries are safe to eat. Consider yourself a good man or woman if you know how to do at least one of these things. Elderberries are a no-go when it comes to eating raw in the woods. Consuming the stems or leaves will leave you with a severely upset stomach, and a report from the Centers Disease Control and Prevention found juice made from the raw berries is poisonous as well. Elderberries contact glycosides that turn to cyanide once digested. The good news is that cooking breaks down these harmful compounds, so any jams, wines, or foods made with processed elderberry are safe to eat. Just save the bush rummaging for the animals. Taking a risk of eating this deadly food is not a very triumphant way to go out now, is it? We hope you enjoyed this video. Now don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to your healthy bestie. See you in the next video.